After an unforgettable night 1, we're just getting started. Welcome to night 2 of WrestleMania 3. Kicking things off tonight, we've got the Chyna Memorial Battle Royal. 20 female superstars from the WWE, WCW, maybe a few debuts. There's always a chance for a surprise appearance. Out first, Chelsea Green. And joining her to kick off the Chyna Memorial Battle Royal, Tiffany Stratton. It's Tiffy time at WrestleMania. Who will join our previous Chyna Memorial Battle Royal winners? Jade Cargill, the winner from back at WrestleMania 1. And last year's winner, Shayna Baszler. Ivy Nile up and over thanks to Tiffany Stratton. And Tiffany eliminating Stephanie Vaquer. Naomi trying to toss Chelsea in the corner. And Chelsea Green is out of there. So is Tiffany Stratton thanks to Charlotte Flair. Out goes Asuka. And Charlotte Flair eliminated by Lyra Valkyria. And Lyra eliminated by Naomi. Alexa Bliss in there now. And Bayley turning her attention towards her. Julia out of there. Jordynne Grace making her Open Mic Universe debut. It didn't last long. As she's out of there, so is Bayley. Rhea Ripley trying to get Naomi up and over the top rope, but Naomi saved by the ring apron. Bayley still on the outside. She can't believe that she has been eliminated. Bianca Belair on her way down. Rhea Ripley tosses Alexa Bliss out of the ring. Bianca getting rid of Piper Niven. Now Liv Morgan trying to eliminate the EST. And here comes, that's Nikki Cross. I have no clue what's up with Nikki's appearance here. Takes out Roxanne Perez. And looking to do the same to Naomi. And she does. Rhea looking to eliminate Roxanne Perez in the upper right-hand corner. Bianca working on Nikki Cross in the upper left-hand corner. Liv Morgan eliminated by Rhea. We are down to 4 ladies as Nikki survives the elimination attempt. Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, Nikki Cross, and Naomi. Naomi has been in there longer than anybody out of these 4. Everybody, well, Naomi's up, but really the only one that is still kind of on the attack is Nikki Cross. She gets Rhea Ripley up to her feet, but Rhea able to counter. Kick to the midsection. Naomi down. Bianca slow to get back to her feet. Bianca tosses Nikki from the ring. And Rhea eliminated. It's down to Bianca Belair and Naomi. Head scissor. Both women go over. Bianca hits the floor. Naomi lands on the apron. And Naomi is this year's winner of the Chyna Memorial Battle Royal. Up next, we've got a fatal 4-way for the WCW Television title. And in this one, there is no champion's advantage for the champion LA Knight. He does not have to be involved. in the pinfall or the submission to lose the WCW Television Championship. Out first, a former WCW TV champion, The Miz. He will be joined by Austin Theory, a man still looking for his first championship in the open mic universe. Also in the match here tonight, a guy that is fairly new to the open mic universe. He made his debut back at the Royal Rumble, and then a few weeks later agreed to terms and joined the WCW, Ethan Page. And then, of course, rounding out the Fatal 4-Way competitors, it's none other than the champion himself, LA Knight. Knight, who just 1 month ago, back at Elimination Chamber, challenged AJ Styles for the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. That match did not go LA Knight's way, as he was actually in great shape. He was kind of in the driver's seat in that one before some of AJ's goon squad, Gallows and Anderson, would get into a little bit of a verbal back and forth with LA Knight. We know LA Knight, never one to be shy to share some words. He would turn his back and his attention away from AJ Styles, giving AJ a chance to recover. And then the momentum of the match completely swung in the opposite direction, and AJ was able to walk out of Elimination Chamber still WCW World Champion. And coming out of that match, there wasn't really a clear-cut opponent for LA Knight here for WrestleMania. So what we had was, started to see a lot of people trying to make the case for themselves that they deserve a shot here at WrestleMania for the television title. First out was the newcomer, Ethan Page. He tried to plead his case, make his case. And then Austin Theory, a veteran who, like we said at the beginning, still looking for his first championship here in the universe. And then the last one to try to politic and get this match was The Miz, the former WCW Television Champion. So LA Knight just said, the hell with it. I'll take on all three of you bums. And here we have it. The Fatal 4-Way here at WrestleMania 3. Austin Theory with the float over DDT to Ethan Page. Big boot. Now, The Miz. Page on the outside. LA Knight looking to try to put away Austin Theory. Didn't go his way. Now Ethan Page using the ropes to kind of hold himself up, but then comes out with a pretty strong attack on LA Knight. Miz blocking the kendo stick attack by Ethan Page. Fatal 4-Way rules, no disqualification. Any kind of weapon you can find is legal here. Ethan Page down, Austin Theory down as well. Page starts to move here. LA Knight rolling Miz over. Unable to get the 3 count. Miz with the cover, but LA Knight able to come in and stop the count. Now LA Knight looking under the ring, found another kendo stick. Cracks it over Ethan Page, cracks it over Austin Theory, but Miz with the roll-up. Knight able to kick out. Now Miz looking to put on the figure 4, and he gets it on. Knight's going to have to get out of this one himself, and Knight does not tap out. Theory Sends LA Knight into the corner, gets lifted up by the Miz. Miz rolls him over, but only gets a 1 count. Miz can't believe it. Ethan Page with the cover to the Miz. Knight makes the save. Austin Theory has been through it in this one as he needs the corner to try to get back to his feet. LA Knight with a sledgehammer covers Ethan Page, but only a 2 count. BFT to Austin Theory, hooks the leg, Miz down, Ethan Page out on the apron, and that will do it. Even with the odds stacked against him, LA Knight, your winner, and still your WCW Television Champion. It's the WWE United States Championship on the line coming up next. And normally when you have a champion and a challenger situation, it's usually the challenger trying to get the match with the champion, chasing the champion. This one, though, a little different as the roles have been reversed. It was Karrion Kross who issued this challenge to Randy Orton. And he didn't just want Randy Orton. He wanted the Apex Predator, the Legend Killer, the Viper Randy Orton, the old school Randy Orton. The Randy Orton that would stab his own father in the back if that meant getting him one step closer to achieving whatever goal it was that he was going after. And so, the ego of Karrion Kross could potentially be exposed here on the biggest stage at WrestleMania 3. We will see if he gets his wish and which Randy Orton we're going to get here tonight. Kross potentially looking at that United States Championship for the last time. And Randy Orton, who's held a lot of championships over the years here in the Open Mic universe, the United States Championship, not one that he has held. And Randy Orton with a Luthez press to kick things off. And right away, Scarlett on the outside. She's trying to cheer her man on. And so far, it has been all Orton. And again, I get it from the standpoint of Karrion Kross. He wants to have the biggest match, the biggest WrestleMania moment he can have. There's also that old mentality that sometimes it's better to pick the nastiest guy in the yard and try to pick a fight with him. Maybe that is what Kross is doing here. Orton with a quick cover. Only gets a 1 there. Kross rolls out of the way. And now we are seeing some offense from Karrion Kross as he tosses the Viper across the ring, hooks the leg. Gets a 2 as Orton able to get that right shoulder up. And now Randy Orton in a bad spot here. And Kross teeing up here. Orton with a block. And now Kross sent over to the apron. Vintage Randy Orton, but he doesn't go for the cover. And now Orton Scarlett distracting him and Orton taking his eye off of his opponent here. This is not typical behavior that we see from Randy Orton. But Kross not able to take advantage of the distraction from Scarlett. Orton now making his way down to the floor. Kross pushes Orton back, gets him back to his feet, and then sends him back into the ring, carrying Kross back in. Gets Orton up. Kick to the midsection. Slams Randy down. Takes his back. And now raining down powerful forearms to the back of Randy Orton's head. This match is definitely taking a turn here. And now Kross just stomping on the hand of Randy Orton. Suplex. And now Kross from behind. Cross jacket applied. And normally this is the beginning of the end, but Orton able to weather the storm here. And that does not happen very often. That usually is more than enough for Karrion Kross to put away his opponent. Goes for the cover. And Karrion Kross, in shocking fashion, defeats Randy Orton here. And he will retain and remain WWE United States Champion. The WWE Tag Team titles on the line in a 3-team tag match. The champions, the Bloodline, Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa, defending against the team of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. And a third team that was announced earlier this week by WWE official Triple H. We don't know who this third team is, but we're about to find out. The Bloodline. Oh my God! Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa are back. We have not seen either of these guys since the very beginning of The Rock hijacking the Bloodline. First it was Solo Sikoa taken out, and then it was Jimmy, who at the time was the WWE World Champion. And I like it, going by the OG Bloodline. And once The Rock was able to defeat Jimmy and become WWE World Champion, his plan came to fruition. All the members of Roman's bloodline were done away with and disposed of, with the exception of Jey Uso, who was banished over in WCW. But Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa, and I loved how they had the old school Uso entrance. And they are back, and they are here. And you got to think that maybe Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn might not be too happy with the inclusion of Jimmy and Solo. Because for months they have been trying to get a fair shot at the titles that they once held, the titles that Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa stole from them. And I think that they were under the impression that they were going to get this shot at WrestleMania, which they are. They are in this match. But you're also adding two other guys who are definitely a threat. And so While Kevin and Sami are getting their shot here at WrestleMania, it is not a standard tag team match that I'm sure that they were expecting to get. But maybe in any sense, the object is to do whatever it takes to make sure that Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa don't walk out of here with those WWE Tag Team Championships. Tama Tonga with the kendo stick, but Solo able to cut him off before he gets to him. Jimmy sending KO into the corner. Sami had his pinfall interrupted. Tama Tonga covering Solo Sikoa. And now Jimmy with a chair, and he takes it upside the head of Sami Zayn, and then Tonga Loa goes for the cover on Kevin Owens. And now Solo with the kendo stick. Jimmy with the cover to Tama Tonga. Kevin Owens breaks it up. Samoan spike to Sami Zayn. All hell is breaking loose here in the ring. Tonga Loa with the spear to Sami Zayn. Now Sami with a suplex to Solo Sikoa. And the mayhem continues. Tama Tonga not able to even get a 1 count there as Solo breaks up that pin attempt and Tonga Loa's pin attempt as well. Stunner from KO, hooks the leg. Tonga Loa makes the save. And now Solo with a baseball bat. Cracks Tama Tonga, cracks Tonga Loa. Goes for the cover. The KO there to make the save. Haluva kick from Sami Zayn to Tama Tonga. Solo breaks it up. Now Jimmy putting in some work with the kendo stick. Jimmy Uso going up top. Uso splash. Solo covering Sami Zayn. And that will do it. The OG Bloodline, the returning Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa have come in here and become your new WWE World Tag Team Champions as the Bloodline suffers another huge loss here at WrestleMania 3. Up next, it's a match for the WCW Women's Championship. Challenger Jade Cargill had to earn this opportunity by winning the Women's Elimination Chamber match. And while Jade has had some big moments here in the open mic universe, when it comes to championship matches, she always ends up on the losing end. Is tonight the night that Jade Cargill will finally be able to call herself a champion? She has got her hands full, though. She takes on the WCW Women's Champion, Raquel Rodriguez. And by hook or crook, or just pure dominance in the ring, Raquel Rodriguez has been a long-time champion here. No members of the LWO out here in Raquel's corner. I guess maybe Despicable Ray and Dirty Dom still licking their wounds from coming up short in their attempt to become WCW Tag Team Champions on night 1. And Jade here, right from the get-go, taking it to the champ. And we have seen a completely different Jade Cargill over the last few months. We saw it back at Starrcade when her best friend, Bianca Belair, was in a similar position, challenging Raquel for the WCW Women's Championship. And as Bianca was about to put Raquel away, Jade, who was in Bianca's corner, would enter the ring, attack Bianca, causing a disqualification. And speaking of the EST, her music hits. Jade looking up the ramp. But Bianca from behind lifts Jade up. KOD. And the referee doesn't see it. Raquel with the cover. And just like Jade Cargill screwed Bianca Belair at Starrcade, Bianca returns the favor here at WrestleMania and then stands on the stage and calls out the champ after helping her pick up the win. Now we've reached the point in the night where it might be best to send the kids to another room. We've got a Monsters Ball match. The American Nightmare Cody Rhodes taking on the Monster Abyss. And while this might be the signature match for Abyss, it was actually Cody Rhodes who challenged Abyss and wanted this type of match here at WrestleMania. Both of these men have been locked in a room here at the arena for the last 24 hours with no light, no food, and no water. Now that they have both been released, they will make their way to the Monsters Ball structure, which sort of looks like a rusted out Hell in a Cell. And for Cody Rhodes, he has wanted to get his hands on Abyss for months. It all started back at Starrcade, where Abyss would show up here in the open mic universe for the first time. It was our main event of Starrcade, Cody Rhodes, the WCW World Champion, taking on AJ Styles in a no disqualification match. Cody was setting up AJ for a crossroads when Abyss would hit the ring and hit Cody with a black hole slam, which allowed AJ to make the cover and become WCW World Champion for the 5th time. Fast forward to the Royal Rumble, these two would mix it up in the Royal Rumble match. And then in our lead up to Elimination Chamber, Cody had an Elimination Chamber qualifying match against Bronson Reed. And as Cody was making his way down to the ring, he would be attacked by Abyss. Cody would go forward with the match, but the damage was already done thanks to Abyss, and Bronson Reed would get the victory. And now here we are at WrestleMania in the Monsters' very own match, the Monsters Ball match. And right now, Abyss having his way with Cody Rhodes. Gets Cody back to his feet. Kick to the midsection. Gets Cody up. But Cody fighting his way out. And now drops Abyss in the corner. Crossroads goes for the cover. Only gets a 2 count. And where's Cody going here? Oh no, that's Janice. That's Abyss's nail-covered 2x4, and it is all legal. There is no disqualification in a Monsters Ball match. Cody may be having second thoughts, but picks it up again anyway. And Cody with Janice to the head of Abyss. Now Cody being very calculated with every strike to Abyss's body. Now Abyss trying to get back to his feet again. And Cody once again to the head of Abyss. There's no way that Abyss has not been busted open with those vicious shots from Janice at the hands of Cody Rhodes. Cody sending the monster back in the ring. Cody Rhodes with a pedigree. Slowly crawling over, hooking the leg. But Abyss kicks out at 2. This man is not human. Cody again with a crossroads. Will this be enough to put the monster away? And it is. And while Cody Rhodes may not be walking out of WrestleMania as a world champion, he will be walking out of WrestleMania finally getting some revenge on the Monster Abyss. It's time for the main event. And this one might be one of the biggest matches in WrestleMania history. One of the biggest matches in the open mic universe history. And maybe one of the biggest matches in wrestling history. In an alternate universe, this is a match that the fans have been begging for. And we're bringing it to you right here, right now, at WrestleMania 3. This is a match that goes all the way back to SummerSlam. Roman Reigns, the WWE World Heavyweight Champion at the time, taking on his cousin, Jimmy Uso, in what would be the final stage of a tribal gauntlet match. Jimmy had to run the gauntlet to earn a shot at Roman and the WWE World title. Jimmy would successfully defeat Roman and become the new champion. After the match, the lights would go out and The Rock would appear in the ring and chokeslam Roman Reigns. We thought that The Rock had come back to help end the tyrannical reign of Roman Reigns and his bloodline. Little did we know that The Rock had bigger plans in mind, and getting Roman out of the way was just the first step. He would eventually team with Jimmy to try to eliminate Roman and the bloodline from the WWE. Come to find out, he just wanted to hijack the bloodline for himself and make himself the leader of this bloodline, his bloodline. Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa would follow suit, as would Jacob Fatu. And once Rock got rid of all of the original members of the bloodline, he would go on to have an even greater reign of terror than we ever saw from Roman Reigns. And anybody who stepped up to try to stop the final boss would all suffer a fate at the hands of the numbers game of the Bloodline. And in most cases, these guys would be injured and not seen again. They would be banished and run off from the WWE. And then Roman would return ahead of Elimination Chamber, and Triple H would enter him into that Elimination Chamber match, where he would go on to win and punch his ticket for this very match against his cousin, The Rock. It's a tribal rules match. Anything goes. There are no countouts, no disqualifications, and in a sense, no champion's advantage, as anything goes. And Roman, with the first cover of the night, only gets a 1. We should have saw this coming. The guy that for years has been walking around claiming to be the People's Champion. Hell, he walks around with that ridiculous People's Championship belt today. The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, he doesn't care about the people. Hell, he doesn't even care about his own family. He's an egotistical, self-centered prick who only cares about one thing: himself. And when the movie career started kind of waning a little bit, and people weren't rushing out buying tickets to his movies, and then of course there's also his social media presence and all the posts that he puts out trying to portray himself in a certain way and boost up his brand, people started seeing through that. And so when that happened, what did he do? What did The Rock do? What did Dwayne Johnson do? He returned to familiar territory. He saw his cousin maybe taking his eye off the ball a little bit. He saw an opportunity to come in and take over another franchise, just like he's done in Hollywood so many times before. The difference, though, Vin Diesel may not be able to punch you in the face, but Roman Reigns can. Tama Tonga hitting the ring. Roman in the corner. Hits Rock with a spear. And then Tama Tonga attacks. Again, no disqualification in a tribal rules match. Anything goes. The only way to win is to defeat your opponent by pinfall or submission. And the winner of this one not only will walk out WWE World Heavyweight Champion, not only walk out as the true leader of the Bloodline, but will also walk out with the sacred Ulafala, which means that the winner would be the ultimate tribal chief of this Bloodline. Now The Rock's starting to get cocky. Tama Tonga sends Roman down to the floor. Picks up that sledgehammer. And now Rock clearing the announce table. Headbutt from Tama Tonga, and The Rock with the kendo stick breaks it over the body of Roman Reigns, and Rock now clearing the second announce table. And he sends Roman into the steel steps. Roman moves out of the way, and Rock down to the floor. Spine buster. This is not looking good for Roman Reigns as he is sent back into the ring. Rock rolls him over. Here comes Seth Rollins with the save. Seth Rollins in that old school Shield gear, which we've also seen Roman wear here as of late since he made his return. Roman with the cover. Rock reverses it over. And Seth with a boot to the face of the final boss. And Seth's got a huge bone to pick with The Rock. Remember, back at the Royal Rumble, Rock put Seth through the announce table and put him on the shelf. Here comes Jey Uso. Jey also with a huge beef with The Rock. He wanted this match against The Rock. He wanted to defend his family here at WrestleMania. And in Jey's Elimination Chamber qualifying match against Drew McIntyre, Rock would show up on Nitro, distract Jey, costing him that match. And so he's out here on the side of Roman Reigns. And here's Tama Tonga now. And look, there's a lot of bad history between Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns, Jey Uso and Roman Reigns. But they know that the biggest threat to the open mic universe is The Rock. And they are all working together to make sure that that threat is neutralized here at WrestleMania 3. Roman into the corner. Heading in for another spear, but Rock gets the knee up. Roman is down. Everybody else on the outside, and The Rock tosses his elbow pad into the crowd. We know what that means. People's elbow hooks the leg. And Jey in to make the save at the count of 2. Wait a minute. Holy shit, it's Jon Moxley, the former Dean Ambrose, who's not even signed here in the open mic universe. He is in AEW. He is here at WrestleMania. What in the hell is going on here? DDT off the top rope to The Rock. Roman hooks the leg. In comes Jacob Fatu. But Dean cuts him off. John cuts him off. The Rock has been defeated. Roman Reigns presented with the Ulafala. He is victorious. He is your new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. What a night. I don't even know what we just saw. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought of WrestleMania 3 and be sure to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.